All right, we are live. Today is the rundown. It is February 20th, 2017. It is brought to you, 2017. It is brought to you by Jack Threads. Order clothes from Jack Threads. You get 20% off. Go to jackthreads.com. You'll get 20% off. Use the code RUNDOWN. Whatever you do not keep, you can just return. So feel free to buy as much stuff as you want. Try them on. Only pay for what you keep. So that's a good deal. They must send
great clothes. Yeah, jeans, shirts, button-down shirts, coats, hats.
Can I ask a question? I'm assuming they do this.
What?
They must send the bag that you can send it back
send
in.
it right
so
back.
Prepaid,
right,
so it's
where
easy.
You can keep some of it. You can keep none of it.
Whatever you want to keep, you keep. Whatever you don't want to keep, you don't keep. You only pay for what you keep. 20% off. JackThreads.com. Great clothes. The code RUNDOWN.
Speaking of clothes, real quick, I just want to give shout out to Riggs, rocking the Greg Norman.
Oh, the Greg Norman.
Shark. I know I sometimes will back, but that's fly.
Thank you.
And no one else rocks that.
That's it. You're really golf. You're really pushing that.
I'm a big shark guy.
What's the name of your podcast?
Foreplay.
Download it.
New shirt on sale. Go buy it. I love Foreplay.
Okay. There's a lot on this rundown, and one of the things we do, and we'll get to it, some major Barstool issues that we'll get to. I was thinking whether I was going to recap Sports Illustrated weekend. That, I guess, can be post-show. We already talked about it on Barstool Radio, so that is the weird thing sometimes, Barstool Radio and this, because it's talking about the same shit over again. Anyways, that was my mind just kind of leaping around. Let's get into the stories. Alexis Ren. So Alexis Ren is a super hot Instagram model, like super hot. I think she's got, I want to say 15 million followers on Instagram.
Huge on Instagram.
She's calling her an Instagram model is like not right. She's that attractive.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
She's one of the queens of the original Instagram. I think she's like a real model now. I don't know, whatever, huge. But she made her bones on the internet by posing with her also very attractive boyfriend. They're like surfers from Hawaii. It's basically pre-sex photos. Like it's always like before they're gonna have sex, holding hands, looking in each other's eyes. And they even started like a Tumblr page, #goals. Like not them, but it was everybody looking at it was like, that's the life I want.
All the suckers out there, and myself included, looking at it and being like, ooh, that's probably some good sex.
That's
Gotta
great
get a
sex.
six-pack.
That's like, and after they have sex, they like snuggle, and then they have like nice meals, and they're always looking lovingly in each other's eyes. That's what these people did. Picture after picture. I think they started like the hand in front boyfriend movement.
Yeah, like on the beach and then like on a cliff and shit like that.
It was just romantic, sappy, mushy moop stuff. Not anymore. Alexis Ren officially is broken up with her boyfriend, and not only that, went on this rant of like, oh, he's a fraud, he only used me for business. Basically just airing their grievances, and then ended it with, oh, and he's got a tiny dick. So tweeted that out. I gotta be honest, I lost a lot of respect for Alexis Ren. I don't mind the tweeting. She dated this guy forever.
You can't do that.
You can't.
You're a tiny dick enabler then.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you are now.
It's
You
also
like
become
that.
the very watered down chirp from girls. Like
Right.
they all do it
But
as soon as
yeah, right. And she got confused because she hears it, like you said, it's watered down, everyone says it. She's getting confused because when people usually do it, it's after one hookup.
If you
date the person, you can't then be like, oh, he had a small dick, even though we had sex 7,000
Right.
times.
Yeah,
I
you
dated
could
him
do
for
like
5 years.
You could
and
do,
I didn't want to break up, by the way.
Yeah.
Right, you could do a dinner like the day he didn't call you back or something,
Right.
small dick, boom, roasted. But you can't do the fucking 3 or 4 years. Also, I always convince myself with like a chick that's this fucking hot that they're above this type of thing, like going on Twitter rants.
No.
You know what?
She fucking that was like middle school. Like that was like
I agree totally, by the way. A small dick insult still plays if it's like after a first date or this guy's got such a small dick, I'm never going to hook up with him again. That plays. The dating thing doesn't. Riggs, I agree with you 1,000%. I forget that girls are girls sometimes.
Yeah. She's that hot. Like she's unbelievable.
You think she's on a different level, and you're like, oh wait.
Like she could just go fuck some other like really good looking dude. What's the problem? But she is
She fell in
nagged
love.
up on this guy.
And that's a story we told on Barstool Radio. I remember I did the SI thing. We saw Nina Agdal, and it's like, oh my God, you put her on pedestal, like whatever. Nobody could ever like do anything. She's so precious and hot. And then the last day, Diplo is at a concert, and he basically just was like, hey, you, and they went upstairs and started fucking allegedly, but not really allegedly because Frankie Borelli followed him up the stairs until Diplo looked at Frankie Borelli and was like, who are you? Get the fuck out of here. So first person report gossip pages from Frankie Borelli is that Diplo hammered Nina Agdal. Again, allegedly, but Frankie Borelli kind of saw it. So good for you, Frankie.
Little Harvey
TMZ.
Weinstein over here.
He just literally sat he told the story. They went into a private room behind curtains up a spiral staircase, and Frankie just followed him. He's like, hey guys, like, what's going on?
That's good stuff.
Good work, Frankie.
And they're like, who are you? Get the fuck out of here.
Like that's like the old rule: don't leave until someone tells you to leave. Frankie left when he was told to leave, but he was just going to keep walking until he was told to leave.
And Frankie does have one of those like faces where it's like, oh, he's just innocent. Like he's just doing Frankie Borelli stuff. Is this broke? It still looks on.
I was just making sure.
Okay. Well, can we?
Talking this, and I'll make sure it's good.
All right. Well, it's good. All right. I like that. I thought it was good. Darrelle Revis. While I was away, I saw this. It was a stunning thing that he was basically a terrorist. He got charged with.
It was terroristic threat.
What is that even? What is
That's
that
different
even?
than just them being a terrorist.
You're just terrorist?
I saw you throw that out there. I was like, that's such a Dave tweet to be like, it turns out Darrelle Revis, terrorist.
I believe people who make terroristic threats could be classified as terrorists.
I think it's just like, I want to beat the fuck out of you. I'm going to kill you. I think then you're a terrorist.
I don't think that. All right. Well, then I'm not to hijack this story. Then that's a real problem.
Yeah, with semantics, right? With the law.
Yeah, we need to be
everything.
careful with that, I feel like.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
like, also, I've seen a lot of people lately be getting like extreme DUIs, which is actually if you blow like a 1.8 or something like that, which is like not that
I
Right.
quoted
It's
that.
misleading.
I quote that. Is there any other kind? And I can't remember what that's from. There's something, a movie where somebody says it, and it's grave danger. Oh, is there
Yeah.
any other kind? What is that? Clear and present day? A few good men. Thank you, from people all over the place. So the Revis, I did see it. If you say somebody's making terroristic threats, you're a
You
terrorist. in my
thought
book.
you went immediately to like Revis having like ISIS shit.
Well, I read they knock people out, but it's
Yeah.
like, all right, if you're threatening to beat somebody up, I don't know what to charge you. You threaten violence, disorderly conduct, like, fine, but terroristic threats, you throw terror and you're a terrorist. I
Like,
don't care.
you
He's no
expected
different-
him, the video, he's like yelling like, "Ah, Akbar."
Yeah, respect the T word. Respect the T
Yeah.
word.
He's now ISIS in my book.
Right,
I was
okay.
actually.
I knew in your brain that had already happened, and it was great to see that tweet and be like, Dave definitely thinks Revis is in ISIS.
Going right through his
And
mind,
then when
like, right there.
I re-Googled it like today for the story, I'm like, they're really leaving out the terrorist part, like, because the video came out and you can hear a voice, and it's just like two guys knocked out cold, and he's yelling like, "Who's next? Who's next?" It's in dispute whether that's actually Revis.
Hey, I knocked both of these motherfuckers out. Both of them. They both sleep. Shut up, I'll knock your ass out next. Both of y'all, shut up.
He's the only person who got arrested, and supposedly to the police report, that's what he was saying. I saw Jet say it's definitely not him, but I was looking. I'm like, I don't. Where's the terrorist part?
Those guys were sleeping.
Out cold.
I was gonna
That
say, like,
was-
I was shocked too. They just looked like normal, like broy white dudes.
Yeah.
That just like
The story that I've heard is that those guys were like antagonizing Revis, and Revis being a professional athlete and like a pretty strong dude was like, all right, keep fucking with me, and then put them both out. But
Well,
that's when you knock two guys out like that and they're like
Cold.
literally snoring.
I'm always afraid when you get knocked out. I always think like you die when you hit your head, like on the back.
Yeah,
That's
for
like
sure,
the
that
danger.
happens.
because we've seen a lot of that too, and for these people seem to be surviving all these like
Yeah.
wild
Remember
fights,
Danny
so.
in Real World Austin.
Yeah,
That shit
that was
happens,
great
man.
shit.
And then he married that chick just because like he had a broken face, he couldn't drink, so he's like, I'll just bang this chick.
Melinda.
Melinda.
Also,
then they got divorced.
Yeah, and he bought the ring like on the show, which is one of the all-time cheapo
Yeah.
moves.
Wow. Blast from the past.
Rate this excuse, Emmanuel Sanders. So his ex-wife, soon-to-be ex-wife, something, is going off on him and saying he has all these side pieces and he spends thousands on all these other girls. Not surprising. NFL, not surprising. I don't know if anything in the NFL or any athlete story can you surprise you. This excuse, I think, is pretty low in the terms of excuse pantheon, in which he supposedly skipped a team practice by saying he had to be at the birth of his son, while in fact he was fucking a chick.
If you can get over like the moral issues with that, it's an A+ excuse. Because I mean, you could pretty much drop like having a kid, pregnant. You can get out of work for like 3 months if you're having a fucking kid. You
Right.
can definitely get out of practice. So it's an A+ excuse. It's just you got to be fully committed to make sure nobody finds out about it.
I didn't realize he was fucking. I thought he was just partying, which that is like there's a little truth in every lie where it's like I'm having a kid, I can't be there. He didn't say that he was going to be with the kid. He said he's just like
I'm having a kid.
Right, he got celebrated having a kid. Right.
I will say, it's also like he had that excuse on the calendar. Like he knew.
Oh yeah.
He's like waiting, waiting.
He had the
kid
boys
born.
ready. Like, hey, listen, around here, get ready in October.
Due date this weekend. We're going out.
Right. Yeah. So shocking move. Got to talk about this real quick. Our boy Stingray Steve, the victim of a vicious internet meme. I started seeing it. It's like pop up. How can you have the face of a child and a child molester? Real low blow. He's just sitting at Hooters, minding his own business. I don't even know where this photo came from.
This kills me.
And you know it's big because I saw it a bunch. And then Abigail Ratchford DM'd me. And she's like, I'm getting yelled at by stoolies. Does this guy work for you? Because I posted it. And I felt bad for Abigail. She's like, I thought it was a funny meme. I don't even know who Stingray Steve is. Things like this just seem to happen to the Stingray.
This is one of those ones too where I saw it for a while and I was like, I'm gonna ignore it. Hopefully it will just go away. I don't want to be like in defense of Stingray Steve, so then it goes even more viral. But it, like you said, it got caught up in all the black Twitter, all that stuff where it was way out of our control.
Look, it's like I love Stingray, but it was really funny.
Yeah, it just sucks because Stingray is like a
what are you gonna
sweet,
do?
like genuine guy. So it's like I don't think he's tweeted since then. I don't know.
So he knows he's in the mix right now?
Of course he knows.
He's got to know.
Remember he got
He's pretty plugged in, right?
Yeah. Stingray Steve is one of those ones where like
it's funny. It's a funny fucking meme. Like, what are you gonna do?
Stingray. I tried to loosen up. I photoshopped just the Stingray and a Stingray, like who can look like those. I will say the catfish. Stingray Steve strikes me as the type of guy, and you know him better than I do, Big Cat. But you could catfish him, and then he could get re-catfished 5 minutes later.
Yeah. You take the hook out and throw him back in, and then you reel him right up, right again, like all day, fishing in the same pond.
Oh man.
Oh, Stingray. College basketball fight, big fight day here. Division II powerhouse Daniel Webster versus arch rival from Southern Vermont University. I don't know what the fuck happened here. I think I read this game was like 2 seconds in. Like it just started. So something had to happen. White kid puts his hands up like this, punched in the face. He does the knocked out cold thing, kind of on his back, and then he gets face stomped. It took like 20 cops. The guy's in $50,000 jail. Something clearly, I haven't read it, maybe it's out there. I don't think Division II no-name basketball programs are having these type of brawls 2 seconds in unless somebody's like girlfriend got fucked or something. Something has to be.
Something racist was said. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
You can always say, even if it wasn't said, the guy can just be like, yo.
Yeah.
There was bad things.
Yeah,
said.
the stomp was too far. I mean, you can't.
Yeah, well,
well put.
In a fight,
Well
in
said.
sports, like within the sports arena, you can get away with a punch usually. A stomp is like, you cannot stop
The guy forgot where he was. He forgot he was on a basketball court.
That's what
You
I
can't.
mean.
The punch I was expecting, and like that happens in fights. But the stomp,
The curb stomp.
you
can't
not
stomp
expect
him.
to stomp there.
You just can't do that. It's
And
illegal.
I gotta tell you, everybody on the Vermont team, they were scared shitless.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
nobody was rushing into that fight. Your guy just got literally head stomped. I haven't heard the injuries. I haven't heard whether he's dead. He may be. If he is, RIP. Sorry, we won't laugh anymore. I don't think he is. I haven't heard that. But nobody was like, wanted any part of that guy. I wanted either. I'd be like, oh, that's like, maybe give him a technical and let's call it even.
Yeah, that's like guys like us who are tying up with like the most lame white dude on their team and being like, oh, I'm tied up with this guy. There's nothing I can do.
This story won't die. This is like the no pun intended, but intended.
Nice.
Good one.
Kim Jong assassination. We've talked about this now like 8 times. Today we have video of the female LOL assassin, and you know what? It was far away. It was grainy. It was exactly what I pictured in my head. I don't know what happened. It looked like she literally ran up, threw some sort of powder in his face, and he was dead. Amazing.
I have a couple things on this. One, I'm a little rattled because North Korea is supposed to be like, they're isolationists. As long as you don't go to North Korea, you're fine. Now they're assassinating people in fucking Malaysian airports.
That's a very easy place mentally to get murdered.
But I don't like it. Like
Malaysian-
they're supposed to be.
Okay. The
They're supposed to
Malaysian
be.
Prime
It's, like I
Minister-
said, if you don't go anywhere near North Korea, you don't like talk to them, mention them, and then we can just laugh at them. But the fact that they've got female assassins out, taking people out in foreign airports, even though it's Malaysia,
I'd be
I don't
lying
like
to
that.
say I have any idea where Malaysia is.
I was gonna say, is Malaysia
Asia?
one of those countries where if
it's
you
like that
steal
big
something, they
cluster
cut
of-
your hand off?
That's Singapore is definitely like that.
Singapore's got their shit together.
Singapore,
right?
yeah, that was
doesn't-
where
nothing flies.
Like 20 years ago, we had an American dude key a car, and they like gave him like 50 lashes or something like that.
okay.
So you can't get away with
so
that. Shit.
So I'm actually with Dave that Malaysian airport. Like I can definitely visualize something going down in Malaysian airports.
Yeah, and the more I thought about it, it is because Zoolander, like the Malaysian prime minister, is who gets they're trying
Yeah,
to
so they're
murder.
kind of like the same. Like you're
Dude,
just over there.
Yeah.
Did you
like-
see the story on Friday though of her defense? She said that she was trained for like a game show to like go up to people and spray them in the face. So she's basically saying it was just a prank, and then at the last second they switched it out. It's like they basically kidnapped an assassin and like
I don't hate that
molded an
defense.
assassin out of nothing.
This is essentially the exact plot of
Yeah,
Zoolander.
right.
I mean, that's
Right.
like
Dumb
bananas
enough, right.
that we just said.
And-
I mean, that may
right.
be actually the craziest. I didn't know that part of the
Yes.
story. This is like,
Yeah.
that's what they did.
And you can believe it too because in Asia they love their game shows. So you could just be like, hey, this is the new game show.
It could also be
Fake
that
killing people.
North Korea just saw Zoolander and was like, oh, like that's we're just gonna
They
do
just
that.
got it on VHS.
That is
Perfect,
right.
right.
They're like,
That-
damn,
I-
this is genius.
My mind like gasped when you
Yeah.
just told
Crazy.
that part of the story. It's like, wait, that we said Malaysian prime minister, and that is they train the killer.
It also is fucked up that Riggs and I were watching the video together, that they didn't use poison that killed him right away. Like, he was just walking around.
Yeah, he went up to a bunch of different people and was like, hey, like bad
He's like,
shit
yeah,
happened
I
to my
need-
face.
yeah, I need
I love
something.
it.
And then he
Some
died
help.
like a while later.
We can't do it, but that concept would be a hilarious Barstool comment.
What do you mean we can't do it?
Like if we did like 20 vials of the fake poison and one person has the
I think
real
we could pull it
poison.
off with someone here.
Yeah,
Maybe.
seems risky.
Oh, you're saying actually try to like Russian roulette with poison?
Yes.
Got
Like
it.
everyone gets-
now I understand what you're saying.
everyone-
That's a little bit tight.
everyone gets
I thought
the-
you meant we couldn't train an assassin Zoolander style. I think we could.
Oh
we
yeah, we could
definitely
do that.
As a prank.
Robbie's ready.
Robbie Fox.
He's ready.
It wouldn't be a long training cycle. Be like, Robbie, you kill somebody.
Maybe
Rob-
that's actually what the whole cum thing is.
Yeah.
Eventually, he's gonna get raped.
Robbie's like
till he
training.
kills
What are you
someone.
talking? I'm ready. Like, what are you talking about?
Okay. We've been doing this Barstool for 13 years now. Twitter, Instagram, all this stuff keeps getting bigger. Bill's Mafia being the example of something that grows. I don't know what the fuck's going on with people jumping off things, but this past weekend
Oh, I know.
were some of the most intense.
Yeah.
We have I think we want to show 4 videos. They're all crazy. I thought I saw the first one when the guy just snaps his legs.
Unbelievable.
I gasped. I literally gasped.
His leg was that way.
I never comment. I haven't commented once on any Instagram post we've done on the main account. I literally wrote he's dead on that. Like that's how stunning it was. And then when you think you can't see anything that may be as crazy, I can't tell if that other one, the kid who does like the belly flop, like what the fuck is going on?
I know exactly what's going on. It's if you go to a northern school and it's warm out, the first day it's warm out, people just lose their mind. I remember I remember having that first day when the snow melted and it was 60 degrees. Like I can drink 1,000 beers and jump off every roof. That's the feeling you get as a college kid.
Are we just seeing them now more because there's more cameras or what? 'Cause
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
this-
feel like people were just jumping
I-
off.
People
shit
lost
all
their
the time.
minds.
Oh, I've always seen them, but like those two in particular were
But it's
next.
it was really nice this weekend.
Yeah.
And it's just I usually, being a little older now, I'll watch like the college kids be like, that was pretty stupid. But I know exactly what's going through all those kids' heads, and I don't blame them whatsoever.
Well, I wonder
That's
that
just
kid
what
whose
college is.
legs were going 13 different ways when he landed with
That guy thought like he was gonna land on his feet.
He
too.
just went-
He's just like, I got this. and
Drunk
just
injuries.
See you later.
the kid who did the one into the bush in the table seemed like he got up and walked away.
Yeah, he seemed fine. Maybe that's like a
The
genius
Bills
move. He's
Mafia
diving into a
one,
bush.
or the Asian
Yeah,
kid who jumped.
yeah.
He
He was hurt.
he had the I'm okay now, but like then his heart explodes
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Kill Bill style.
Yeah.
He walks 5 steps
Like, look
and then
cool, look
his
cool.
whole thing
Yeah.
just
See it?
crumbles.
Yeah, he had a concussion.
He had a I'm not hurt, but like holy shit, someone take me to the
Also,
hospital.
to clarify, the tree guy, that was not a jump. That guy.
No, that was his fault.
That guy
That was
just-
his fault. But that
See,
was
but that's what happens. You're 20, you're 21, 20 years old.
Yeah.
It's nice out. You're just, you're just been cooped up all year. Like, I'm gonna
Climbing
climb a tree
trees.
and
See
drink
you
a
later.
fucking beer.
Okay, so last one we got, and this is a big big theme of the weekend, carrying it to today. We talked about it a ton on Barstool Radio. So we'll have the recap up. So if you really want to go into the nuts and bolts of the Francis hitting on the SI swimsuit models, you can listen to it. We talked about it at nauseam on Barstool Radio. Big Cat and I basically have the theory that it's inappropriate to do it in the workplace. Francis is a wild card. Fellow Harvard guy.
Yep.
We know what was your take on it?
Francis is my buddy from school. Shooters shoot. I will say it's tough to figure out that gray area of like what's appropriate at Barstool and what's not. So I think I lean a little bit with Francis.
You do?
Yeah.
You get what our point is, though, right?
I understand it. I definitely understand it, but it seems a
I think
little
it's
bit
getting lost here is like the whole having people come into the office that are not outside of the Barstool world. That's probably not the best look to then try to hit on them.
I agreed, but I think
Off camera.
I feel like
on camera is different. On camera, like when someone comes in, they have to expect that like there's going to be some funny shit that happens on camera, blah blah blah.
Look,
Off
I don't know if
camera
Francis is delusional or not, but if you think a Sports Illustrated model put her hand on your leg and is into you, you have to pursue that.
But
anyway, if you genuinely believe that.
But the point that I had is you send a DM 2 days later. You don't do it in the office.
Right. And did you know about the Aaron Olash?
Found about that changes things a little bit, definitely.
Yeah.
But I would say in the moment, if you think like, oh my God, I actually have a shot, this chick's into me, if you genuinely believe that, you'd be crazy not to pursue it. Probably a good idea to let her leave the office.
That's the point. Yeah, if it happens, that's the whole
we are
thing.
Pro pursuit.
Also, I could
Shooter
see
shoot is definitely Francis should. He has every right to go for these.
I can understand the pursuing like pre-technology when like if they walk out the building, you might never be able to contact them again.
Right.
You can pretty much contact anybody anyhow now, so probably could have waited. But again, I think it's a tough gray area to know like what's inappropriate at Barstool and what's not.
I actually don't think it's that tough to understand this particular one.
I think in the moment, again, if you really think that, you'd be crazy not to pursue it, and he pursued it.
but they're right. But
He probably didn't pursue it perfectly, but the mantra's there. You get a little caught up. A Sports Illustrated model may or may not have touched your leg. You're excited.
But again, I don't think I'm not saying don't pursue it. I'm saying 2 days later, a day later, be like, hey, it was nice meeting you, and start a conversation.
Right. Then Francis is a fucking hero.
Rearview
but
mirror,
asking the PR
hindsight
woman,
2020, sure.
Asking the PR woman
and then,
for a number, and
The Olash thing combines it, starts getting murky. That anybody who walks through the door is getting that treatment. That's where it gets a little bit.
We know. We all
dark waters. Before we
the
dive,
waters have been muddied a little bit.
When I think there's a creepy situation, there's only one guy I want to talk to. I need his opinion and get the creep factor. Nate, come on over.
Nate.
I
that
almost
an
feel like
entrance
someone's
music?
playing Hail of Victors right now as Nate walks in. All right, so Nate, I assume you've been paying attention to this drama that we've been going on. What is your take on it?
Shooter's got to. It's tricky. Shooter's got to shoot. The way he did it wasn't the best way of doing it. I think everybody sees what he was doing. I didn't know about the old Aaron Olash thing where he's now hitting on every single girl that comes into the office, which you can't have. He also just lives in La La Land where he doesn't really see what he did was like maybe could be inappropriate, which is maybe the bigger issue.
He just chimed in. I was gonna say I think he now to a degree
but at the
gets it.
time.
No, not at the time.
Right.
I don't think he was like maliciously like this is against. They're going to be upset about
Yeah,
this.
but
I'm
no,
gonna do it.
your point at the fashion show was like, how does a guy like him think that he can get with a girl like you? It's like that's just the way he thinks. He lives.
But I have no problem with that.
In the clouds.
That really wasn't. I mean, I was hearing that all in real time.
Okay.
But I've the confidence of doing it. That I have no problem with. That. I mean,
You-
that was just
no,
I was
you-
making a funny video.
I think you even like admitted that you don't like when guys hit on like hot girls.
I wrote the thing that I'd rather not, but I wasn't interested in either of them. So I don't like when a guy will fuck somebody I want to fuck.
Okay.
But I mean, who
Fair.
does?
That's fair.
That hurts your case.
But yeah.
What's that?
That hurts your case.
Yeah,
That
no,
comes
I don't.
across as jealous.
I definitely don't. It's like if I want to fuck a chick, it's like Riggs does. I'm gonna be like, fuck you, Riggs.
Mine like solely comes from the point that like we have finally reached a level where people are seeking out to come do content with us, which we've never had before, right, Dave?
True.
I mean, we've never had PR companies be like, hey, we want to come do this. So I just want to make sure that that stays intact. And if some guys are asking the PR people, hey, can I get that chick's number? That's probably not going to do the best for us going forward. That's my only problem.
Yeah, and
everything else, totally I hope Francis fucks her.
And people
Me too.
And people should use, if they can, in their private lives, like at a bar like Barstool, if that helps you. What did you call it? Barstool Perks?
Perks.
Yeah.
So
Nate Dogg.
yeah,
There you go,
I mean,
Nate.
this face
Sup,
doesn't
babes?
get anything without the
It-
perks.
yeah,
so
you
what are
use
you gonna do?
it helps. And what I said on the radio show is we have a bazillion people here. That has not always been the case. When someone says Barstool and there's a reputation, these two girls did not care. They were into it. They're laughing.
Yeah,
we made
it's good
content.
that it happened with
but
them.
you don't know who you're talking to necessarily. So there is a chance that somebody's gonna be like, this guy's a creep. And guess what? It's not going to be just Francis. It's going to be Barstool. And this is me. Like, that's how I still view it. So if we have people, whether it be fucking Francis or anybody else here doing things that I'd be like, that's creepy, I want to do it, it should stop, because I take that as that should not be going on in office. Do it off. The girls like them, they don't like them. I don't give a fuck. But you can't put them on the spot in the office, whether you think you're putting them on the spot or you don't. They're going to decide whether you're putting them on the spot. So that's really the crux of the issue. To be honest, I was just happy we had content. I wouldn't reverse it. I needed content for the weekend. But the more I thought about it, I was like, geez, that really shouldn't be going down. But the content was good. And then, I mean, you combine the Olash stuff, it gets a little bit fucking hairy fast. Moving on to like girls who make dudes come. Robbie, you're up. Can we get
Let's go, Robbie.
a quick graphic here?
Robbie,
Get it
okay.
up.
Robbie, I'm a little uncomfortable. Talk about being uncomfortable.
Sweats.
Sweatpants when you're the cum boy.
Listen, if you're not going
is
to let
a
me come,
little-
I'm going to be comfortable.
Okay,
All right, here we go.
Here's your challenge, Robbie.
Robbie
There we go.
Fox. Five days without coming.
Oh, yeah.
Wearing the WrestleMania
How'd the
gear,
weekend go, Robbie?
sweatpants.
I'm just making sure that, like, I'm definitely not going to get any action here.
Yeah, there you
Wear
go.
all the wrestling gear.
What? Now, there's rumors, I feel like Glenny Balls is spreading that you came.
I didn't come.
Glenny, why are you
Did he
saying?
come?
Where is he? There he is.
Oh.
No, I haven't come.
All right, Robbie. Okay, so I'm gonna take you for your word.
Yep.
And you've
Got
done
to.
nothing. Yeah, you've done nothing to make me distrust you. I know there was a UFC fight late last night.
There was.
You're sitting at home. You're watching it.
Yep.
It's 1 a.m. You're at your parents' house. Everyone's asleep. Awesome UFC card. Heavyweights.
okay.
Guy fucking beats the. I saw that knockout.
Yep,
Ref
killed
let
him.
it go a little too long.
Way too
long.
long.
Way too long.
You like that? Rob like that.
Feeling a little.
We almost just got fucking
Yeah,
splattered.
you feeling a little the
That was almost like.
you feeling a little the adrenaline. You feeling a little the whole fuck. This is awesome.
Yep.
No cum.
No cum.
Wow.
Are you like, you got to get close to like a straitjacket
I
situation.
feel like if there
watching
was
that
ever a
shit.
time for Robbie Fox to come, it's after a UFC card when a heavyweight just beats the fuck out of
With
another guy.
6 punches too deep, and then he even had the chirp like, "Yo, Ronda Rousey, like, get a real man" or something like that. Actually beat up the boyfriend.
Yeah.
You know, what Ronda Rousey fine ass at?
He's a big Ronda Rousey guy, too.
Oh,
Yeah.
So all
Oh,
kinds
so
of
that was
stuff.
Not,
even-
not
oh.
a big Rousey boyfriend guy, though, so it was
Right, so this was
yeah.
even better.
Listen, I'm not going to lie. It was hard. It was very difficult.
so where are you
Wow.
at mentally?
Pun
Are you
intended.
almost broke, cracked, or are you just going straight? You're just going to let it happen? Like
Kinda
science.
just going straight. I
What
feel like
happens if
this
it doesn't happen? After 30 days, is the theory proven wrong and
Oh,
you
yeah.
can come?
Oh, yeah. Then it's
Have
done.
you had any change in like your demeanor? Have you gotten more aggressive? Are you irritable? Like, are you smarter? Is it Costanza?
Right now, I'm hanging in there.
Okay, so
I
you're
feel like
just-
this is one of those like David Blaine stunts where I'm like letting my body like just
Okay,
work
you've
itself
removed
out.
yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, and now is the removed body coming?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I mean,
Hope
that
not.
would be illegal.
All right,
Yeah.
5 days.
5
Oh, do
days.
we have any odds on anything like the betting? Like the
Yeah,
it
and I think
seems
we're
like-
just. This is one of those things we get to the end and he hasn't come, and we're like, so we just
Made him
watched
not
we
come.
watched an 18-year-old not come for 30 days. Like it wasn't even a bet.
All right. I guess I have something else written in my notes. I wasn't sure if we were supposed to talk about it on the post show. No, it just says Nate. I couldn't read my own writing. All right. That's what a wacky show that was.
Yeah.
A lot going on today.
Lots going on.
Yeah.